What is going on, my people? Welcome back to the channel for another edition of Singles of the Week. I'm your boy Nassim the Dream. If you're new to the channel, just go right ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the bell as well to always keep notified on my newest content. And listen, we're just going to dive right into it. We're going to get right with the singles. We're going to start off with this melodic trap pop punk fuse from 44 Phantom featuring MGK, Don't Sleep, Repeat. To be honest, I like this 44 Phantom guy. Like, I never really heard of him before. He actually sounds pretty good on here. I'm going to be honest about that. And I'll be nice. MGK, he did alright too. I'll say that. It's not a barrier breaking song by any means, but I think a lot of people will like this one for sure. For good reason. It's decent. Next, we have Dayglow with his newest track, Deep End. I personally just don't care for this one. I really feel like this was just a basic pop tune. It's lacking a lot of substance. It's really just not my cup of tea. I mean, it's cool that it went disco, kinda, but I don't know, it's still not my vibe. Then we have Latin artist Anita teaming up with icon Missy Elliot on the song Lobby. It's got a wavy West Coast feel on the instrumentals, that's for sure. I just found like the writing to be pretty bland, and I don't know, I've just heard this formula used like way too much, so I don't know, I'm not a really big fan of this one either. Then we got Flipturn's newest single, Sad Disco is the title. It speaks for itself. I mean, if I'm gonna be bleak, it really does sound like a mellow downer disco track. Dylan Bass just still sounding super pleasant as ever, and the mix isn't bad either. I'll definitely mention that too. I'm also a little bit on the fence with this at a certain point, but with the way the band concludes with the bridge and the finish, it really puts the cherry on top for me. It's pretty good. Then we got new EDM with What's Not On Air is the title of the track, featuring Louis the Child, Captain Cuts, and singer JRM. The sound design is absolutely terrible. Like, awful production, worst I heard from them yet. It ruins anything the song had going for it, which was barely anything at that point. Next is rapper Offset from rap group Migos with 5 4 3 2 1. I don't know, honestly, I thought this could have been a lot worse. Like, this beat is, I mean, I don't know, it doesn't really have that much longevity, but I don't know, I thought Offset had some flow on the song for sure. That kept my attention, so I'm a little bit in the middle with this one. Migos fans, you'll probably be obsessed with it, but I'm on the fence. Next, it was the rapper Declaime collabing with producer Madlib for the song Bandwagon. I thought for the most part this track was alright. There was a couple one-liners that I thought were decent, nothing really happening that's like super spontaneous on this, and the beat is very, very fresh, though it's like it's got a lot of like very early West Coast hip-hop vibes to it for sure. It's that, you know, that classic Madlib touch. It sounds good. I think overall though the song's not bad. Next up is pop singer Bazzi out with the track Heaven. Right off the bat, just stricken with these choruses, man. Like, maybe if anything, it was a little bit too much reverb at some points, and the verses could have used a little bit more like tasteful substance to make it a little bit more interesting. But I feel like the track carries its weight all the way through to the end. It's got great qualities to it, great highlights. It's pretty decent. Then we got Big Lukah himself dropping us some abstract thoughts into hip hop on the track Presence of Color. Tight mix on the production for this track, man. I think everything from the subs to the trebles and all its measures sound pitch perfect in my opinion. I love the touch of embellishments and some of the other bars that are coming in on this track. Lukah just comes down with a pretty solid verse too. It's a really dope center of mind kind of track, if you will. I feel like I get a lot out of this one, so you should definitely check it out. Next one is Deadmau5. This is a track that I missed last week. This song is called My Heart Has Teeth, exclusively for the new Resident Evil series out on Netflix right now, and it is featuring Skylar Grey. I'm definitely feeling heavy Goosebumps influences on this track. Like, it just constantly reminds me of the themes for that show, but it sounds so cool on here. I don't know, like, it's just got a great productional perspective on here to the track that really makes this song really stand out. And Skylar offers a tremendous part of the melodics, making this feel so harrowing, so dark, while also filling the room with a lot of light and elegant feels. It's just a really sick track. I am loving this entire thing. Next is this indie duo Boyish on the new song Smithereens, and this track also brings on the wonderful, the lovely Rachel Chinouriri. This is basically like an acoustic number with like a, I guess of a, like a shoegaze background with the ambience of the song, but like with breathtaking harmonies on this track too. So let me tell you, these guys are, they're amazing. They're amazing on this track. Incredibly somber, that takes this thing oh so mesmerizing and hypnotizing as well. It's just amazing, like, hearing them. Like, I can't get enough of it. I think it sounds so great. You should definitely check it out. Next is Clubhouse DJ Rehab with contemporary laid-back Luke. The drop pitch vocals are just a bit exhausting to me, man. I feel like they do this a little bit too much with their music. It just gets really old. And also with the instrumental itself, it just reads as like some kind of like mediocre club music. It's pretty generic. I'm not into it. Then we got Maluma out with this full record, The Love and Sex Tape. Briefly talking about this single, 28 is the title of the track. It's giving me the impression that it's going to be focused on trap music. I mean, we know that Maluma has really been digging into a lot of Latin trap. I mean, that's mainly his like main thesis into music, but like, I don't know, I'm not sure how far it's gonna really go with this record, so we're gonna have to see. Next is this rapper YB in the Mirror out with the single Pip and Walk. It's like he never left, because this shit is still boring. Next is country legend Willie Nelson out with one of the blues folks' most loved singer-songwriters, Lucina Williams, on Live Forever. And you certainly hear the best these two have to offer to fuse what they are just perfected in their own like background. And while there is a very well thought out design on here, there's some delightful acoustics humming across this track, I don't really feel the chemistry between the two. Like, personally, I think they sound fire on their own, but just it doesn't really hit that much as like a double decker, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't always feel like in sync, like how they're like, you know, harmonies really should like really just build off of each other. Like I said, they both have beautiful qualities to them. They're great vocalists, and it's wonderful. It's got really gentle like qualities to it also, and like it's just a great like melodic folk piece that I think works out in their favor, but that's a little bit holding back the track. But overall, it is pretty good. Next is this tremendous folk piece from Allison Russell featuring Brandi Carlile on the song You're Not Alone. Beautiful violins on this song, man. Overall, it's just a tremendous, bold instrumental front to back. On top of that, these two are just rocking it together. Like, they are gleaming, glowing in power. Like, hell of amount of power with these two on the same song. Like, they're just killing it, absolutely killing it on the song. It's delightful. I love it. You should play it. Then we got death metal band Behemoth with the single Thy Become Eternal. I think overall I enjoyed my experience with this one. There's some really cool moments with the way that they create some eerie textures and sound design on the track, but that also makes it feel like all super sinister too. That is pretty good about it. It's still on their main thesis of what they're really into, their playing styles of death metal, which is fine by me, honestly. I don't really have a problem with that. And I feel like most Behemoth fans, they're going to be cool with that too. They're probably going to be really, really digging this track. I think overall it's pretty good though. Then we have a combo with Camilo and Grupo Firme on teaming up with the song Alaska. And yeah, immediately just busting a move, like not even wasting a second. I love how quick it gets into it, man. Like, I will say at a certain point, I do think that Camilo sounds a bit monotone on the majority of this track. Grupo Firme just killed it though. I had no problem with them at all. Super good. Latin music is winning today, boys. Let's get it. Then we have Metalcore Band I Prevail with Self-Destruction. This to me is just too much. There is way too many turnarounds on this entire song that just don't make sense. Like, it is so out of place like all the time. This track is an entire mess. Bringing on this brand new single from alternative R&B singer songwriter Nick Hakim with Happen. All right, I'm already feeling this like woozy sway with like the kind of Nirvana outfit-esque feelings. This is almost like giving me images of how I feel like Daniel Caesar kind of sounds, but he doesn't sound like this. But this is also how like I'd really be like preferred if he sound. But I don't know, like that's kind of how I feel about like the influences of it. But other than that, this is a really good song. It's a slow burner. It requires patience for sure, but I think it's rewarding. You should definitely check it out. Then we got rapper Big K.R.I.T out with the single Extra Credit. This slapped. It's a slapper. It's a slapper, my guy. This beat rides on so many waves, transcends multiple times throughout the track. Big just knows how to dominate a verse back to back. This beat is seriously infectious. It's a throttle of alternative West Coast hip hop style beats. K.R.I.T just killed this entire thing. It's a fire track. Just go check it out. And we are concluding with BLACKPINK's BLACKPINK, Venom, my newest track review out right now. I'm going to have the link at the very end of this video. Definitely go check that out for the full breakdown, guys. I think I really did a really good job. Made some small improvements with this reaction video, so you should definitely go watch that video and give me some feedback. I really appreciate it. I'm going to give the short version of this review on here, though. I had an insane amount of fun. I had an amazing time with this track. I'm already hooked on the hook. Like, it's great. So there's that. Go check out the video right now, guys. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoy, go and like, share, comment down below. And if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. And down in the description, you see all the links for the singles that I talked about in this video. More videos and also the links to my social media accounts so you can keep up with me on the daily. And I'll catch you in the next one.